So good morning, all. It's Judith, and this is Yoga Fusion, 45 minutes. We're sponsored by AARP of New Mexico and the Villages of Santa Fe, to which we shout out a big thank you for the support, and also, of course, for you guys for being here on such a regular basis. So the only thing you will need for this class is a chair. So I like to recommend a folding chair of some kind, and no arms, no wheels, because we move from side to side in the chair at times. So basically that's all you need. But if you should have yoga straps or yoga props, you might want to have them nearby. So I would just recommend blocks. And if you don't have blocks, water bottles or canned goods of equal size and weight could substitute for blocks. All right. And if you don't have them, don't worry. I always try to suggest modifications, so forth. And then here's a yoga strap. But a yoga strap could be substituted with a scarf or a belt or a dog leash or a bathrobe tie. Again, optional. And if you'd like to have hand weights available, those are optional also. I have a set of 1-pounders and a set of 2-pounders, and I would recommend nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. So bear that in mind, and if you don't have them, no problem. So let's just start. Now, a lot of these things we'll be doing, you could do sitting if you have trouble standing for long periods of time. So you decide what works for you. And I always suggest, if whatever's being offered today doesn't work for your body for whatever reason, you can modify, you can do something else, or you could skip it. So just try to keep the momentum going. And a lot of these things could be done standing and or in the chair. So you decide what works for you. I'm going to start standing just for now so we can get some warmed up, some of the parts of the body warmed up. And we're just going to take the feet nice and wide, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder distance, and just start shifting the weight from side to side. Have a nice gentle warm up, nothing violent. It is Monday after all. And so you might want to just lift the heel, the opposite heel, as you twist to the opposite side, or not. And then once you get organized and you get familiar with that feeling of shifting the weight from side to side, give that spine a twist as you look over the shoulder. It's just a gentle twist, but just focus your attention on looking over that shoulder. So you're giving lots of squeezing and stimulation to the spinal cord, sending in fresh blood, oxygen, chi, life force. And let's do 8, 7, 6. You're tapping the midriff here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's corkscrew back to center now, nice and slowly. No rush to get there. And let's roll some shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Nice and gentle. You could do this sitting in the chair if you have trouble standing. So just remember that as we move through the practice. Big full breath. Nice and easy. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go the other way. Back up, forward, and down. You might experience some pops and crunches. No worries. It's usually just air or gas in that joint itself. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Big inhale up. Knees are soft. Exhale, press the air down by the side of the body. Inhale up. Fingers stretched to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Let's float those arms back up to the sky. Now see if you can drop the shoulders away from the ears. So you're not hunching up. Just see, drop the shoulders away. Those shoulder blades slide down the back of the body. And let's just start climbing an imaginary rope. You don't have to look at the ceiling for this. You can just climb that rope into your breathing. for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center now. Let's float those arms so that they're parallel to the earth. Palms face the floor. And here we're bouncing invisible tennis balls or whatever. The arms are parallel to the earth. Let's stretch those fingers nice and wide for 8, 7, shoulders drop away, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's bring those arms to stillness. The fingers are stretching nice and wide. Let's rotate the thumbs up towards the ceiling and then rotate them towards that wall behind you and maybe a little bit farther, like they're trying to point to the floor. You're going to come to a sticking point, and there you will stop. And you're stretching those arms to the side wall for 8, 7, 6, stay calm and relaxed, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those palms now rotate, the thumbs coming forward. They are now pointing towards the floor, maybe a little bit towards the back wall, but maybe not. Again, the same idea, stretching those arms to the side wall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's float the arms down, triple slow time, like it's sinking through a vat of honey. It's tempting to just let the arms flop. Let's just shake the arms out. Let's do one here where you can let the arms flop. We're going to lift the arms up and just let them drop. Lift them up and let them drop. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. That should loosen any tension that might have crept in there. We can keep the feet nice and wide. For this one, the toes could point out 30 to 45 degrees. And let's do some hip circling now. Waking up the hips. Oh boy. It gets nice and tight in this area because too much sitting, too much driving, too much punching over computers. So we're going to open up those hips nice and gently. And maybe you want to get the torso involved, but maybe you want to stay relatively neutral. You decide. For 4, 3, inhale forward, exhale back, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's go the other direction. Knees are flexible, moving in the opposite direction. This direction might feel different than the other way, just noticing. No judgment. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's corkscrew back to center. Legs are still going to stay wide. Now you might want to be near your chair or a wall or a piece of furniture that doesn't move, so you have some stability for balance. So the legs are wide, the toes are pointing out 30 to 45. Hands could be on the waist, maybe on the hip crease, and the knees will always track over the toes as best you can. So little baby squats. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stay down in this baby squat, all right? The torso is still upright, crown of head floating up to the sky, tailbone grounding down towards the earth. Let's take the arms in goalpost arms, goddess arms in yoga. Inhale, and then we're going to straighten the legs. Exhale, squeeze those forearms together. Return to baby squat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten and squeeze. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back down here. And we're going to take those arms together. Little pumps with those arms. Little tiny movement here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs, arms unwind, arms come to straight, and just float those arms down, triple slow time, as best you can, and just shake them out. And the legs might come closer together now. Let's go ahead and just, if you want to be near your chair, your wall, your piece of furniture, you can go there. We're just going to lift the right heel, press it down, lift the left heel, press it down. And you're moving from side to side. I'm going to move to more padding here. Yes. Here we go. Little bicycle pedals with the heels. And you're breathing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring both heels back to stillness. Let's lift the right heel, and then using that ankle joint, initiating the movement, you're going to circle that ankle. So the thigh, the knee just goes along for the ride. It's the ankle joint getting as much flexibility and motion in as it can. You're standing tall on that supporting left leg. And let's go the other direction now, circling the ankle, that right ankle. We're just building up strength and flexibility in the feet and the ankles. That will definitely help with fall prevention, hopefully. Couple more in this direction. And then we're going to just lower that heel down and shift the weight to that right leg, lift the left heel. Circling, nice and easy. Big full breath, standing tall on that supporting right leg. Again, it's the ankle joint is initiating the movement. Let's go the other way. Nice and easy for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's float that heel down. And now the feet are directly underneath the hips. So that means they're directly under where that femur bone locks into the pelvic girdle. So this is not hip distance. This is more hip distance, all right? So just finding the 4 corners of each foot, maybe using your prop for support, but maybe not. And just notice you're grounding through each foot. And you're just gonna just gently start rocking forward onto the front part of the foot, come back to center, rock to the back part of the foot, rocking forward and back. And you're just noticing where that fulcrum is, that center place in the arch, where you come to neutral, but you're noticing how the weight shifts, how the ankles and feet adjust as you move forward and back. Once you get into a rhythm here, maybe you want to lift the toes, gently lift the heels as you rock forward and back. Maybe not. Getting a little balance challenge here. Maybe you want to add some arms. Nice and easy. And just finding that fulcrum, that center place of balance in the middle of the foot for 4 and 3 and 2, 1. Very nice. Let's just come back down to neutral to center. Roll the shoulders a few times. Now I'm going to take the chair and I'm using that for support. Let's go ahead and bend both knees softly. They track over the toes. You're going to take the left ankle and cross it over the top of the right thigh. left ankle on top of the right thigh. You're still standing as tall as possible. Maybe the left hand can go to the hip crease here. The top left foot is flexed. The top left foot is also externally rotated. So you're externally rotating that foot. Little inhale with that knee. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And we'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pulses. Maybe you want to add an arm. Maybe you don't. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arm comes down, standing leg straightens. Let's rotate that left leg. Maybe the knee comes up to waist height, as high as it's willing to go, and then dangling that lower leg like the pendulum on a clock for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's just float it down, triple slow time. Shake out the legs, loosen it up. And now I'm going to the other side. So both knees gently bend, knees track over toes. Right ankle crosses over the top of the left thigh. Right ankle crosses over top of left thigh. You're still standing nice and tall. The top right foot is flexed. The top right foot is externally rotated. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Maybe an arm comes up, maybe it doesn't. Little pulses here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten up. And then the arm comes down, the leg unwinds. Maybe the knee comes up to waist height, whatever your optimum lift is. Little swings with that lower leg here for 4, and 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's float it down and shake out those legs. Yes, legs and feet should be alive and awake now. Let's go ahead and face the chair. This is going to be a modified down dog. If you want to go for a real down dog, that's up to you. That's your option. I'm going to stand fairly close to the front of the seat. The hands are going to come halfway along the edge of the chair seat. I'm going to back my legs up until I find a comfortable spot. Looks to here about a couple feet away. And then I'm inching my arms forward on the seat of the chair as I'm dropping that chest down towards the earth. Here you can let the head hang if you can. And you're stretching out that back spine. Very nice. A modified down dog. Lift left heel, place it down. Lift right heel, place it down. Lifting and lifting for 8. Just side to side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Coming back to neutral now. The hands adjust as you walk your feet forward very mindfully until you get fairly close to your chair. You can use the back of the chair to float upward, elevator ascending, and just roll some shoulders here. Nice and easy. Let's do a couple more things with the seat of the chair, all right? So I'm facing the seat of the chair. Again, it's that same opening stance here, flat back, and the crown of head will line up with the tailbone here. You're going to shift your weight into the right foot. I won't mirror you for this. You're going to take the left bent knee into the nose. Exhale, stretch the leg back behind you, donkey kicks. Pelvis stays squared to that back edge of your seat. Inhale and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Leave that leg extended on 1. Flex that foot, lifting up through those arms. Try not to collapse. Flex that left foot. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend that knee. Pump that foot up to the sky like you're stamping the foot on the ceiling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You straighten the leg, point the toe. This time you're going to tap the toe down on the right on the earth behind you. Tap it and lift it. Then tap to the left and lift it for 8, 7. Lift the leg high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Left foot meets the right. Let's micro bend those knees left and right. Oh, I forgot to mention we're all muted, so you can sigh, moan, or groan as feels right. Indeed. And now we'll do the other leg, the other side. So you're going to shift the weight into that left foot, right bent knee into nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Pelvis is square to that back edge of your seat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-extend it. Flex that right foot. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-extend the leg. Point that toe. Tap to the left. Tap to the right for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's re-extend that leg. Reflex that foot. Just inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten away. Inhale, bend. Now pump up to the sky for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then floating that foot down to meet the left. Micro bend those knees left and right. And then slowly come up to ascending, standing, rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And just coming to standing, one hand on heart, one hand on belly, eyes drop closed. And just noticing how you feel. Noticing where the energy is moved in the body, heart beating, blood flowing, chi and life force moving throughout the body. Couple of deep, full breaths right here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale all the way to the bottom lobes of the lungs. Inhale. Noticing that pause at the top. Exhaling fully and completely. Noticing the pause at the bottom. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then just shake all of that out. Now let's adjourn to our chairs. Yay. So I'm going to have blocks and strap near to me, but if you don't have those props, do not worry. I also have weights here, so you decide what works for you, all right? So let's just bounce the feet up and down here. Have some fun. Little free form dancing to start Monday. And let's just go ahead and take the legs wide here. as wide as they're willing to go, optimum, not maximum. And we're going to go ahead and take that right shoulder over toward the left knee. Now, you're not going to go all the way over there, obviously. So your left forearm is on your left thigh, and you're looking over your left shoulder to the wall behind you. Meanwhile, the right hand is gently pressing the soft part of the right thigh open, and you're doing this seated twist for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center very slowly, very gently. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder over towards the right knee. The right forearm is on the right thigh. You're looking over the right shoulder to the wall behind you. The left hand is pressing open that left thigh. Avoid the knee joint. And the thigh is pressing into the hand presses into the thigh. So you have isometric tension going on that side. And you're in your twist here for 8, big full breaths, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, triple slow time. Now, nice and slow, we're going to flow from side to side. Exhale over to the left, come back to center. Exhale over to the right. Side to side, big inhale in the center. Exhale as you twist and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, very nice. Just roll the shoulders. Let's take the feet in a little bit closer. Now, if you want to have blocks handy, this is where you might want to place them in front of you. But maybe you don't. And if you don't have the blocks, don't worry. You're going to cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Right ankle over top of left thigh. That top foot is flexed, and you're going to externally rotate that top foot. You're going to float those arms up overhead. See if you can draw the shoulder blades down the back of the body. Fingertips stretch to the sky. Shoulders drop away from ears. Nice big inhale. Exhale, leading with the sternum. The back stays flat. You're going to go forward, 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 and maybe the hands might come to the earth. I have very short arms, so my hands are coming to blocks. If you have no blocks or your hands don't go that far, you can just cross opposite elbows here and hang out at the top. So you should be feeling a nice, generous stretch on that right side of the body. And maybe little micro movements here might feel delicious. You decide what works for you. Or a static press could be equally effective. Big full breaths here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to stillness and then coming back on up. So take your hands on the thighs, never the knee joint as you float yourself up, all right? You're going to unwind this top right leg, and the right forearm comes behind the back of the right thigh. You're going to sit nice and tall. I'll show you on an angle so you can see. So it's inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Rebend that knee. And you can just take the front of the knee and just circle that bent leg in one direction, sitting tall. And then let's circle it the other way, sitting tall. Gently. All right, let's float that foot down to the earth. Just shake out the legs one more time. A little more dancing. And then we're going to cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Left ankle over top of right thigh. Flex that top left foot. Externally rotate the top left foot. Arms float up one more time. Shoulders drop away. Fingers stretch to the sky. Shoulder blades slide down the back of the body. You're going to lead with the sternum. The back stays flat. Inhale. Exhale, going forward, forward, forward. This side may feel totally different. Maybe your hands come to the earth. You might be a Gumby person. I'm not. And I'm going to put my hands on the blocks, fists on blocks, or grab opposite elbows and just hang out with those legs at the top. So you decide what works for you. So you're breathing, you're stretching the crown of head away from it, from the tailbone. And imagine there's a strap around your hips pulling you to the wall behind. So you get a nice long spine, maybe micro movements here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to stillness, coming back to center now. You're going to press yourself up, but you're not going to press on that knee joint. And you're going to float the torso up. You're going to unwind that top left leg. Left forearm comes behind the back of the thigh, the left thigh. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then returning to that bent knee. And then you're just going to circle this knee just to press out any kinks that might have crept in there, any tension. And then we'll go the other way. Very nice. Breathing. Sitting tall. And then bringing that to stillness, placing both feet back on the earth. And then sitting more towards the front of your chair. Let's take the legs fairly wide apart, not too far, but fairly wide. Inhale up. And if you wanted to add a weight with this, that's an option. You decide. We're just going to chop wood. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center now. And just for now, the legs can come to parallel so that those femur bones are lined up with the pelvis. And you're sitting tall. You're going to take one hand. It could be like a little bird hand. The 4 fingers come together, it meets the thumb. So you've got a little bird hand going. And imagine there's a clock face on the front of the torso here. All right. So you start at the top, that's 12 noon. And then you go around to 3. I'm not mirroring you, so don't get confused. You're just going in a clockwise fashion here around those internal organs, around your colon, all that stuff that digests all that yummy food you've eaten. And you're just going to take, you can either do individual presses or you could do a continuous circle. Nice, steady, medium press, not a death press. No, indeed. So what we're doing is you come up the right side. That's the ascending colon. Going across, transverse colon. Going down the left, descending colon. And you start it all over again. So we're just stimulating digestion, stimulating elimination. One more time, just like this. And then we'll bring that hand to stillness. Now you're going to make soft fists with your 2 hands and you're going to place them right there in your hip crease, okay? Your feet are planted nice and strongly on the earth. Inhale and lifting through the crown of the head. Exhale, keeping that back flat. And you're going forward, 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 forward until you come to a sticking point. And there we will stop. Again, stimulating movement through the colon for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And floating that torso back upright, nice and slow. Shake out those hands, those little fingers. Yes. And once again, we're going to take the legs wide. So let's float the arms up overhead, and we're going to interlace the fingers and place them around the back part of the skull here. You're going to pin those bent elbows like butterfly wings to the back wall. Big inhale up. Exhale, and you're not going to yank the back of the neck. You're just going to squeeze forward. Let's just do this 4 times. Inhale, spread your butterfly wings. Exhale, and meet, and you squeeze navel to spine. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to upright. Now you're going to take right elbow to left knee. Exhale, inhale, lift the leg. Left elbow to right knee. Exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, sitting tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Come back to center. Unfold those fingers, those arms, and let the arms stay parallel. We're going to make our little bird hands one more time, the 4 fingers together meeting the thumb. And we're going to come with the arms down, and then we're going to plant those bird beaks directly under your collarbone, the clavicle. All right. So the legs can come back together now, and then you take the right elbow. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you twist and turn. Inhale, looking over that right shoulder. Exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bring that to neutral, going to the left. Inhale. Exhale as you twist and turn over that left shoulder. Inhale. Squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center and just take the arms and just shake them out one more time. Now you might want to grab the side of your chair for this one. Let's just lift that right arm up to the sky. The legs could be maybe slightly wider for this, for a little bit more stability and support. Inhale. Exhale, you're tilting over to the left. And the object here is to keep that chest square to the front of your space or your screen. So you can grab the side of your chair seat, maybe the leg of the chair, and you're stretching those fingers to the side wall. Let's start moving the wrist here in 2 different directions. So you're circling the wrist, you're flicking imaginary water off of those fingers. We're getting stimulation into those tiny spaces there in the fingers and the toes, for example. And you're going to circle the wrist. Those extremities are getting fed with some blood and some fresh oxygen and chi. Let's bring the circling to stillness. You're going to keep that top right arm as straight as you can, and you're going to start circling here. Little circles right by the ear for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Let that arm float down through that magical vat of honey. All right, shake it out. Grab the other side of your chair, maybe the chair leg, lift that left arm. Inhale, exhale, big side stretch to that sidewall finger stretch. And you're going to start circling the wrist and the fingers, flicking imaginary water off of those fingers. And the wrist goes in both directions. Yes, breathing. Let's bring that motion to stillness. And then that top left arm is going to make little circles right here by the ear for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back and just float that arm down through that vat of honey. Nice and easy. Let's shake that out. Let's just drop the chin to the center of the chest and roll right ear over to right shoulder. Oh boy, coming back to center. Roll left ear to left shoulder. The two sides may not feel the same. So the idea here is everything stays stationary except the neck and the head. And you're going to notice the range of motion on the left side and the right side. It may not be the same. And imagine you're scraping something off of your chin onto your chest, maybe strawberry jam, maybe peanut butter, but you're really getting that sweep down the front of the body, side to side. One more sweep each time to each side. And then bringing that chin back to center, float the chin parallel to the earth and just turn the face to the right. Back to center, turn the face to the left. And then just sitting tall as you rotate the face side to side. Oh, nice and easy. And let's bring that face right back to center. Drop right ear to right shoulder one more time. Back to center. Drop left ear. Side to side, just bobbing the head. Nice and easy. And now let's come back to center. Let's cross that right foot over the top of the left thigh. We're going to do foot massage. Favorite. So you're going to grab your 5 toes here, and you're just going to flap them back and forth like you're fanning yourself on a hot day somewhere. And goodness knows it's been hot enough, right? So you're flapping your toes back and forth, getting some blood flow going in there. The little piggies, you're getting some attention. And then once you feel like you've done a thorough job with the fanning, you're going to take each individual toe from the base of the toe to the top end of the nail, and you're going to massage each individual toe, and you're going to send love to each toe. Because without our toes, we're not really able, you wouldn't be able to walk, to ambulate. We need that flexibility so that that foot can move as you walk one foot in front of the other. And you won't, of course, forget your big toe. And then once you've finished with the toes, you're going to rummage around on the underside of the toes, just with your little bird beak, perhaps. Get those fingers in there. Get some stimulation going. And then you're going to take your 2 thumbs and you're going to massage the big toe ball mound and the little toe ball mound as you work your way in towards the center. And then those thumbs are going to move down the inner and outer edge of the foot. They're going to massage the arch. They're going to massage the heel. You can use all your fingers to massage that heel. And then for the ankle, I like to do opposite. So I grab the ankle and I just rotate opposite, back and forth to get some stimulation and blood in the ankle joint. And you're going to bring that to stillness. You're going to take your fingers and move down the trough of the bones on the top of the foot. You could use your bird beak hands for that. Once you've done a thorough job with that, just make a soft fist and just massage the arch of that foot with a soft fist. And then you're going to take both your hands and give patting to the entire foot and ankle. And if you want to get a little bit more vigorous, you can slap it. So you get a lot of blood flow in there. And then once you've done a thorough job, you can remove that foot and see how that foot feels compared to the other foot. For me, it's a huge difference. So let's do the other foot. Cross left ankle over top of right thigh. Left ankle over top of right thigh, and you're going to start flapping those 5 toes. Oh, yes. Sitting tall if you can. And giving that a nice thorough flap. And then you're going to start massaging each individual toe from the base of the toe to the end of the nail. And you're going to give some love to each of those toes that have worked so hard for X number of years, right? You're going to fill in the blank on that one. And of course, you will not forget. If you find a tender spot, be sure to pay more attention there. This is something you can do before you go to sleep at night. Maybe adding some massage oils or some scented lotion would feel lovely. You could add socks. And then once you've massaged all of the 5 toes, you're going to rummage around the underside of the toe to bring some blood flow in there. And then you're going to take your 2 thumbs and massage the big toe ball mound and the little toe ball mound, moving towards the center. And then you're going to move down the inner and outer edges of the foot, and you're going to massage the arch as well. You might want to use all of your fingers to massage the heel. And then you're going to do the opposite movement with the hands on the ankle. Your feet will be very happy, I hope, after this. Yeah. And then finishing up at the ankle, you're going to make a soft fist and just massage the arch of this foot, whichever one you're on. And then you're going to take both hands and pat the entire foot and ankle. And you might want to even slap it so that it's nice and more vigorous, getting more blood flow in there. And then just going ahead and removing that foot and just noticing how those feet feel. Let's take a few big breaths. Inhale up, hands meet in prayer, coming down the midline. Exhale as you come down the middle. Inhale, sweep some of that chi that we're bathing in and bring it down to the center of the body. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, coming down the midline. And last one, inhale up. Hands meet in prayer, coming down the midline. And now you can actually sit back in your chair, but you're sitting nice and tall. Feet are flat. And you're noticing the effects of your practice. You can allow the eyes to drop closed. And just noticing any residual tension that might remain. And noticing deep relaxation starting in the soles of the feet. And that deep relaxation envelops the feet and the ankles. And then it moves up into the low legs. And then it envelops the knees and the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very heavy. It moves up into the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And then it moves into the belly, the waist, the torso, the chest, the shoulders, as it rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck now, and then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the entire body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And as we rest here in Shavasana, seated, here's a brief quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Vietnamese Buddhist monk, a very wise soul. When you breathe in, your mind comes back to your body, and then you become fully aware that you're alive, that you're a miracle, and everything you touch could be a miracle. The orange in your hand, the blue sky, the face of a child. If you're ready to return now to your day, begin to deepen the breath. And let's bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer. Dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. So I'm sticking around.